Hello everybody, this is the week number 7 and it goes from May 26th to May 29th and the year is 2020. Our objective is to talk about different emotions from the past, especially those referring to situations that scared you. Okay, this week we are going to use the book Be Mindful. In this book we can find different activities related to your life, to your emotions, to your feelings. So I invite you to go to this book, Be Mindful. This is the book we are going to use. Page 14. Okay, page 14. In the first exercise, you have to draw. You have to draw. There are some students who are really good at drawing. So draw different situations that scare you. Maybe a dog that is chasing you. Okay, maybe a horror movie. Maybe this disease, this epidemic that we are suffering in the world, that is the coronavirus. If there is something that scares you, you just draw it in this place. Okay, very good. How did you feel? How did you feel? Worried, fearful, anxious, horrified? You just have to describe the feeling that you experimented in that situation that you drew. Okay. And next activity, recognize your fears and transform them. Write your fears here. Okay? What are your fears? What are your fears? That you might get sick, that you may be uh, are beaten by a dog, that may be the darkness. If you don't like darkness, you are afraid of darkness. Yes. What are your fears? You're going to write your fears in here. Okay. Look at these. Look at these pots. These are like flower pots or baskets, and you can see that there are different plants here. Now write something you can do to face that fear and transform it into something positive. Something you can do to face that fear and transform it into something positive. Try to transform this into something positive. For the final exercise, there is a listening activity. I'm extraordinary being. I'm an extraordinary being. This is a practice, so you just have to listen to this activity, and if you do it, you check it. Okay, you just make a tick in this square. Okay. We continue now with the page 16. On the page 16 we have a question, and it is, can you feel different emotions at the same time? Okay. And then you have to read this text. For example, has your dog ever destroyed your homework, making you feel very angry? But when you found him, he had such a sweet face and rolled over for belly rubs, which made you melt. See, it is possible to feel several emotions, even seemingly contrary ones, at the same time in the same situation. That's why it's important to identify them in order to express them properly. Okay? So sometimes there are some emotions that are negative, but they can change, they can transform into positive situations. Okay? What situation makes you feel conflicting emotions? Write them all over this page. So you are going to write different situations that are conflicting. For example, the dog destroys your homework, but when you see your dog's face, you don't want to you don't want to get angry with your dog, as you see that your dog is your pet and you love your dog, and you say, okay, it's okay, it was my fault because I left my homework in a place where the dog destroyed. Okay, so you're going to write the situations that are conflicting for you. Page 17. Write in the circle the emotions you have felt today and assign them a color. Okay? Very good. You're going to write the emotions you have felt today. And here, in what parts of your body have you felt them? In your head, stomach, okay, in your brain, in your heart, in your legs, in your knees. Sometimes you feel scared, and that fear is felt in your stomach. Yes, like you feel something in your stomach. Sometimes the emotions are on your head, on your legs, it depending on the situation. Okay. We continue with the page 18, and on this page we have this question: what is the emotional climate? Okay, emotional climate. When we observe the body language of those around us, we identify the emotions they are experiencing. In doing so, we recognize the emotional climate of that group, and we can identify if we have looked and felt the same way at some point. Look at this picture and look at this. Mario left the room for a moment. When he came back, he saw that something great had happened. Okay? But look at his face. He doesn't know what happened. The other students are like celebrating, they're happy. But what happened? How did Mario know something had happened? Okay, you're going to answer this question in this space. Maybe because he saw the students' faces. So that's how he knew that something had happened. This exercise is you have to listen, knowing more about my emotion. This is a practice. When you do this practice, you just check it that you did it. And finally, on the page 19, do you remember your first day of class? This is a question we have here. You probably experienced a lot of emotions, seeing your friends again or meeting new ones, figuring out which room you would be in and who your teacher would be. An exciting day for sure. Write the emotions you felt that day when you went to school. Okay, you are going to write the emotions you experienced the first day of school. All these expectations that you had, these ideas, you were very maybe anxious, maybe a little scared. You are going to write all these emotions on the page 19. Okay, this is all the work for this week. Thank you very much. See you next time.